I would like to uh, say a few things about today's topic, which is overthinking. So few years back, when I had to take some decision while purchasing the home. I have to choose the location. So I have different options. One option is like I have to purchase in native or a native place, or I can purchase in my hometown, or I can purchase in my in the location where I am doing my job. So I was overthinking about that decision, and I was very much worried about the future, what will happen and all. So overthinking is not going to help. Overthinking is causing the health issues like depression, anxiety. So this is the experience I have faced, and so it is utterly important for us to avoid overthinking, and we'll see more in today's meeting about overthinking. So I would like to invite happiness coach uh, and our presiding officer, Toastmaster Radha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Devesh, for such a warm opening of our 253rd meeting of our club. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Welcome to our 253rd meeting at Bane Toastmaster Club. Let me check if we have any guest. I can see just one person joined, guest Mukhtar Sheikh. So what I'd like our guests to introduce themselves and in 10 seconds, just say who you are, what's your objective of joining this session, what are you expecting from today's session, just in 10 seconds. Guest Mukhtar, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Now, my name is Mukhtar Sheikh. I'm an engineer. uh, And why I want to join this because I want to enhance my public speaking. And I came across through Meetup. Is there anything else which I want to share?
So, so you came to know about our club through Meetup?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, nice. Good to hear that. I hope you get
Yeah.
to take away a lot of learnings and various reasons for why different Toastmasters are here today. I have, before we begin the actual meeting, I have a couple of announcements to make. Now, you must have noticed recently that we have been announcing Toastmasters of Month. After every month performance, we get to choose the Toastmaster of the month, and it has based on certain criterias. And the objective is to award certain member who has been very regular and being very active in the meetings, picking up the roles as well as their speeches. And based on these criterias, we give them Toastmaster of the Month award. So soon we will be giving them Amazon gift vouchers to those who have qualified for these awards. And this is for a word of encouragement for those who are very regular to the meetings and they want to get some personal benefit as well as very very obvious benefits like getting Amazon gift voucher. And the second one is coming Saturday is our Division C ISCN table topic contest on 24th of April from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. I'd encourage all of you to take up the roles if you haven't. If not, just attend as a participant because it's going to be very exciting experience to see how various members practice their skills and perform and compete at a level, division level like ours, Division C. Let's begin with our today's meeting. Toastmaster Club is a self-paced and internationally acclaimed program, and it allows all of us to enhance our communication and leadership abilities while we address in the meeting or outside any club meeting through picking up the various roles or the speech slots. Now, what actually it does, it enhances our public speaking leadership skills. It maximizes your potential in terms of your personal growth. It gives you networking opportunities. It allows you to practice your own speeches. It enhances your speech craft ability, and also a platform where you can come and rehearse and repeat as many times as you want, which eventually helps you in developing your own self-confidence and make you more self-aware and boost up your energy and confidence in general. To know more of a detail about Toastmasters Club, particularly about Bane Toastmaster Club, I am requesting all our guests to leave their numbers in the chat box. Our VP membership, Toastmaster Vibha, who will be joining, or if she's not joined, as a members induction program today. She's the one who looks after all the new members getting on board. She can give you more information if you'd like to, and how to become part of our club. Okay, about today's theme is very, very common, and it's a problem these days. Now, it's a saying that what you think, you will become. So think smartly, because your thoughts are like these vibrant energy, and more of the energy that you give to your thoughts, it becomes. And they are the sapling of your reasoning ability. Thinking is fine, and it's very much required in our day-to-day and a professional life. But messing it up and making it over and over again, dwelling upon a thought, is where the problem comes. Now, you might be even able to convince yourself thinking about something that really bothers you for a long time, and you don't know how to come up with a solution. Overthinking does not help you with the solution. However, people assume that thinking over and over again, I am training my brain, and I am allowing this repetitive thoughts to stay at the back of my brain, which is a subconscious mind, which will help me to perform even greater. It doesn't work like that, because it creates a lot of confusion and a mess at the back of your brain. Whatever you do as a learning part, and you stop it there. Don't dwell upon it, is what the overthinking means. So approaching overthinking from a problem solving side is always going to be helpful. Is that what I personally feel? To take us further detail into overthinking, its problems, solutions, what are things we can avoid, how to maximize our potential, and park overthinking to one side, we have someone who has been a serial winner at all club contests, energetic, master of acronyms, Toastmaster Nishant. I'd like to hand over our virtual screen to Toastmaster Nishant. Over to you, Toastmaster Nishant.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Radha, for that introduction. Good evening, everyone. I am Toastmaster Nishant, and I welcome you to 253rd chapter meeting of Bane Toastmasters Club. Today's theme is overthinking. It's a buzzword that is common across all age groups. Whether you are a youngster or a retired youngster, all of us know what overthinking is and has been through it. As Toastmaster Radha mentioned, thinking is something that manifests and makes our life, it comes into reality in our life. And overthinking is something that can also manifest and come to reality in our life. And Napoleon Hill once said that power of subconscious is something that can change your life. So let us see what is overthinking. So let me start with what is thinking. Now, thinking, if I go by Google, it says using your mind to produce ideas, reason, judgment, logic. Now, I have been told by Toastmaster Radha that we have a very smart crowd today. So let me open the stage and let you say, what is overthinking according to you? So please, some of you unmute and share your thoughts. What is overthinking according to you? Anyone can unmute, or else I have to pick people then.
Think in wrong direction.
Okay, thinking in wrong direction. Yes, that's one of
analysis paralysis.
Fantastic. That's a very good analogy there.
Anxiety
Analysis. Yes, Toastmaster Vinod.
over outcome.
Okay, anxiety over outcome. Fantastic. Anyone else would like to contribute to this thought?
I have an example to share.
Yes, definitely, Toastmaster Sanjay, you can.
Yeah, the fact that every time you see me reminds you of something that I do, and my bike is overthinking.
Yeah, definitely. That's there. So yes.
Overthinking is the biggest cause of unhappiness.
Oh, very well said. Yes, definitely it is. Yes, let's keep this meeting a two-way traffic and interact more like a monologue. It should be an interaction. Let's keep it that way. Some of you shared amazing thoughts on what overthinking is. So in layman's term, it can be said, when you think for a very long time or you think too much, it can become overthinking. Now, let me ask you this. What do you generally overthink about? Because for me, if you ask me what I overthink about, my acronyms and the mistakes that I've done in past is what I overthink a lot about. So let me ask you, Toastmaster Divyesh, what do you overthink about if I had to ask you?
I overthink about how to earn money, more money.
Very well said. That is, I think, everyone's mentality, especially Gujarati mentality, if I would say that. Next, I think we have guest Aditi. Would you like to share what do you overthink about if you do?
What my friend said about my dress, my attire.
Yes, definitely. Even I changed my outfit 3 times before deciding, yes, I'll wear this before coming to the meeting. Anyone else would like to share what they overthink about? Toastmaster Sanjay, I know, is overthinking. He knows that I overthink about his bike. Anyone? Toastmaster Sitaram, would you like to share what do you overthink about?
Currently, I'm overthinking on the books which are on my to-do list to read for a long time.
Fantastic. So it can be said you either overthink about your past that has already happened, or you overthink about the future that will happen. So it is either your mistake or what if situation that makes you overthink. And overthink leads to mental exhaustion. You get exhausted. I can't do anything else. Secondly, it leads to foggy thoughts. You can't think straight what I'm doing right now. And third thing is frustration. Now, this is something that is common across everyone. Everyone goes through this. And overthinking is something that is a major cause when it comes to this. But we often wonder, how do we deal with this overthinking? Well, I have a 4-step plan to deal with this overthinking, which I'll be sharing across during this meeting tenure. So let me start with the first step, that is cutting yourself off the environment of overthinking. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, generally, you are studying or you're working or doing any work which leads you to overthinking. I try to cut off myself from that environment. Either I like to go on a walk or I like to go on a drive. Now, anyone, I think Toastmaster Vinod, I think you are someone who likes trekking. So do you generally do that when it comes to overthinking? Do you do trekking a lot when it comes to overthinking, or like go out?
Yeah, always. It's always happened with me. Which trek to go, whether it's the simplest one or it's a moderate or it's a tough. So always think and how to conduct, how long to climb, and all these things. And sometimes we actually underestimate us and left behind. So overthinking always, most of the time, kill the enthusiasm.
Next, I think I would like to ask Toastmaster Amit, what do you do if you had a chance to cut off yourself from the work environment? How do you do it? What activity do you do, Toastmaster Amit? Is Toastmaster Amit there? I'm not sure. I think he's prepping for the speech. I won't disturb him now. So let's go ahead. Now, once you cut off yourself from the environment, you get a chance to relax your mind. Now, once you relax your mind, that is the part when second step comes into the play. Now, this is what I call writing down your thoughts. Last week, when I was offered to play the role of TMOD, I had thoughts all over the place. What should be the theme of the meeting? What can I say? How can I engage the audience? A lot of things going on. So I thought, let's write down my thought. What do I have in mind? And when I wrote it down, I was thinking, I was overthinking a lot about it. Why did I keep the theme as overthinking? And I said, let's do it overthinking. And that's how I thought overthinking can be dealt with writing down your thoughts. Now, writing is just one way to express your thoughts. It can be sketching, it can be painting, music, anything you like to do creatively that helps you express your thought is something that can help you think straight and in a better structured manner to overcome this problem of overthinking. Now, since I'm talking about the structure, let me tell you, I have a set of people who will help me maintain the structure of the meeting and flow of the meeting. So first, let me introduce someone who started meeting with energy, expressed his idea of overthinking an incident, and set the tone for the meeting. He's someone who works as a technology architect at Infosys. He loves painting and reading technological blogs. Give a big round of applause, our Sergeant at Arms for the day, Toastmaster Divyesh. Now, overthinking ends up taking a lot of time for us. And when it comes to Toastmaster meeting, time is of the essence. So today I have someone who will help me to keep track of the time. He is a product manager in an IT company, an amazing podcast host that I've heard. So give a big round of applause to timer for today, Toastmaster Shubham.
Dear presiding officer, Toastmaster, and dear guest, thank you, Nishant, for a great introduction. As Benjamin Franklin says, lost time is never found again. And in public speaking, your stage time makes your speech a winning speech. Let me explain my today's role. As a timer, my duty is to just the prepared speeches time, table topic speeches, speech evaluation during the meeting. Every speech has a time range allotted for finish time. You can see them on the agenda too. When a speaker reaches the minimum time allotted for the range, I will display the green card. When a speaker reaches the midpoint of the allotted for the range, I will display the yellow card. And when a speaker reaches the end of the time allotted for the range, I will display the red card. The speaker has 30 seconds grace time before the green or after the red card is displayed the end the speech in the order to qualify for the vote. I will publish my report after qualifying time when called for. So back to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shubham. Next, when you do overthinking, you get a lot of bumps in your head. Similarly, when you're giving a speech or when you are on stage, you tend to come across some bumps. Now, these bumps will be taken care of by someone who works in product management, loves football, economy, and traveling. So give a big round of applause to our counter, Toastmaster Jitin.
Dear presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. My duty as an counter today is to attentively listen to each and every conversation in the room and to take note of all the crutch words, filler phrases, etc. Of all the speeches. I would like to quote some examples like the crutch sounds like filler words like but, so, like, well, filler phrases like you know, and so, etc. And when called upon, I will report of the speaking errors. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jitin, for that. Now, whether it's thinking or speaking, language plays a crucial role anyway. So today we have someone who's a mechanical engineer, loves traveling and listening to music, and she's one of the confident speakers that I've come across in Toastmaster. So give a big round of applause to our language evaluator, Toastmaster Manu.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Dear Area Director, Presiding Officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster and guest, good evening. Though I'm taking this role for the first time, I'll try to remain calm and not overthink about it. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to listen to everything during the meeting and to note and report any particularly effective uses of grammar and or any grammatically incorrect speech. As grammarian, it is also my task to present the word of the day and phrase of the day. For today's meeting, word is utterly, which means extremely. An example of using the word is all Toastmasters in our club are utterly supportive. And phrase is icing on the cake, which means an additional benefit. An An example of using the phrase of the day is he was delighted he was accepted to his new job, but having his best friend as his boss was just icing on the cake. Same has been posted on our WhatsApp group and chat window here for everyone's quick reference. Would someone like to illustrate the word of the day and phrase of the day? I request if someone can illustrate a word of the day and phrase of the day.
I'm utterly nervous. I'm going to deliver a speech today.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amit.
I'm sure Toastmaster Amit's speech is going to be an icing on the cake.
Thank you. I encourage each one of you to use the word of the day and phrase of the day during your virtual stage time. I request the audience to show a thumbs up on the screen or use the emoticon when anyone uses the word of the day or phrase of the day. I will present my report when called for. Over to Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manu, for word of the day and phrase of the day. I would say this, my friendship with Toastmaster Sanjay, that red bike of his is icing on the cake in our friendship. Now, let me help you guess how the meeting runs. Can anyone, everyone can see the agenda on the screen?
Yes.
Fantastic. So you can see there are a lot of words written on it. So don't get worried or don't overthink what it is. I'll help you simplify it. On the left-hand side of your screen are the members, executive committee who run the club. Then we come to the structure of the meeting. You can see there will be 3 speakers attempting a prepared speech, which will be followed by round robin and table topics, which is a name for impromptu speaking. Then which will be followed by evaluation session, which will be conducted by a general evaluator, then followed by presentation of awards and feedback. And finally, we have new members induction. And at the bottom of the agenda, you can see word of the day and phrase of the day with an example and meaning. And let me tell you this, even though I'm an acronym man, you might not be. So we have an abbreviation table there, which will help you find out what does that acronym mean in that whole agenda. So in case you find, if you want to just go through the agenda, we have in the chat the agenda, which was posted by our presiding officer, Toastmaster Radha. So thank you so much for that. So this is the basic structure of the meeting. And let us now begin with our prepared speech session. So first speaker of the day will be attempting presentation mastery, level 1, project 2, speech 2. Evaluator for this speech is Toastmaster Sitaram. So I request him to read out the speech objectives.
Thank you, Nishant. Good evening, Area Director, Presiding Officer, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmaster and guest. I am Sitaram Vemuri and will be evaluator for prepared speech 1. My target speaker, Toastmaster Amit, will be delivering his speech from presentation mastery level 1, project 2. The purpose of the speech is for the member to demonstrate that he has applied the feedback received from his previous speech. Now, the speech title is Life of VP Education. Timer, please note that timing guidelines for this speech will be 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster. Thank you.
The speaker is someone who loves gardening. And for the theme, he says he's still thinking. So give a big round of applause to the first speaker of the day, Toastmaster Amit, Life of VP Education. Yep. Yeah, Radha.
Timer needs to tick off that show clock thing. Timer.
Yes, Radha.
Check that box off, show clock.
Yeah.
Otherwise it will start running. Yeah, that
Yes.
check it off.
Okay.
See on your left hand side, just above the start button, there is a small checkbox. There is a small checkbox. Shubham. Show clock, beside show clock. Just tick it off. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the first speaker is Toastmaster Amit, Life of VP Education. Life of VP Education, Toastmaster Amit.
It was a pleasant April evening where 3 people were brainstorming on whether to go ahead for the next XCOM roles or not. One among them was part of the current ExCom and thus unsure whether to again go for ExCom or not. Another was having dreams of district leadership and thus was unsure whether to go for club leadership or not. And the third among them was into Toastmaster for the past 3.5 months. He took 3 long months to complete his icebreaker and knew absolutely nothing about ExCom. Presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, that third member was me. And the funny part was these two veterans wanted me to be part of the ExCom. I used my brain and I said, I will only if both of you are part of the team. Why should I only get into the well? Well, but the scary part was they wanted me to be VP Education. It was a lot to ask from a newbie. But I thought, why not take that leap of faith? It's just for 6 months, and at max, I will fail. But Toastmasters gives us the liberty to fail and rise again. But I used my brain again and told them, if I falter, both of you will come and help me out. They agreed. I agreed. And funny part, I got elected as well. Toastmasters, trust me, that leap of faith has helped me come a long way and be where I am in Toastmasters today. My journey as VP had started, and the first and biggest shock I got, people were just interested in speeches, and speeches. I wondered, Toastmasters gives us 7-8 other avenues in terms of role to improve our communication, leadership, listening skills, speaking on our feet, impromptu speaking, body language, so on and so forth. But everyone seemed to ignore this. Even the new members wanted to have a speech slot the moment they joined the club. It was not possible for me to give a slot to everyone out of 40 odd people where each one wanted to speak every other week. I felt that maybe the essence of Toastmasters as a journey and as a holistic platform for self-improvement was not getting conveyed to the members. I tried to change this, and for that, I did a bit of research into each of the role, how that can be improved and how that helps us. And then I went to each member with 2 points. 1, take this role and it will help you. Not just speeches help, but role players also help you improve. And second, I challenged them to come forward and bring a new flavor in the role that they are going to do next. Gradually, things did move towards the positive and people came forward and took roles. But one thing never changed during the entire period was call, WhatsApp, follow-up call, WhatsApp, repeat, week after week, week after week, week after week. Maybe that was part of that role, and thus I never complained. The contest came. Out of habit, I started calling people, motivating them, telling them, come on, take part in the speeches in the contest. And thankfully, 15 odd people did participate in each of the contests. And one participant even confessed during the interview. I thank Toastmaster Amit because he forced me to participate in the speech contest and I could break my fear zone. Well, I was happy. At least I could change life of someone. And I learned and realized that how a little nudge, a little care, a little motivation and discussion with facts can make people break their inhibitions and take their leap of faith. Meanwhile, I was to get married and was supposed to be out of those call WhatsApp, follow-up call WhatsApp routine for the next 4 weeks. But I was so involved in the role that even then I was glued to WhatsApp and BTMC group. I had a fight with my wife who believed I am addicted to Toastmasters and WhatsApp, and I must immediately be sent to WhatsApp and Toastmasters rehabilitation group. In hindsight, I did realize that it's good to be passionate, it's good to be involved, but it's never good to be obsessed with something. You tend to miss the present moments. A good learning for life. I came back to the stage towards the fag end of my term. The last meeting was over and my term was over. But what was not over, the learnings that I carried with me that helped me immensely in my life. I was an introvert all my life, but that role taught me how to talk to people, how to connect to people. I learned how to convince, how to pursue, and how to persuade. I learned how to motivate and how to convince people. I learned perseverance, and above all, I developed a lot of patience. Toastmasters, I urge you, at least in your life, once live the life of VP-Ed. And even today, I nudge people a bit to come forward out of their comfort zone. Because you can take me out of VP-Ed's office, but you cannot take the VP-Ed out of me. Over to you, past VP-Ed.
Amazing, Toastmaster Amit, amazing. Let us take a 30-second pause and write the feedback to Toastmaster Amit on his personal chat. Well, yes, Toastmaster Amit, thanks to your persuasion, I was able to take up that role of VP Ed and live through that journey of persuading people, taking up roles. And it was an amazing experience that one should definitely go through. Next speaker for the day would be attempting Effective Coaching, Level 3, Project 3. Evaluator for this speech is Toastmaster Radha. So I request Toastmaster Radha to read out the speech objectives.
The purpose of this project is for the member to practice the skills needed to present himself very well in an interview. Good luck, Toastmaster Sanjay.
Thank you. Now in this project, the interviewer would be Toastmaster Parijat, while the interviewee is someone who loves biking, and my heart is on his bike definitely, and he loves speaking and networking. So give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Sanjay and Toastmaster Parijat.
Can we actually put a spotlight for both of them, even Parijat?
Can you see both?
Yes,
Toastmaster
thank you,
Sanjay? Okay.
Okay, so shall we begin? All right. So hi Sanjay, how are you? Good to see you.
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
Good to see you here.
Yes, pleasure.
So Sanjay, I want to start with the topic of communication, since we are both passionate about that topic. So communications in the Zoom's era, is this a reality or are we overthinking about this?
Well, rewind 1 year. If we were in April 2020, I would say that we are overthinking about communication in the Zoom era. But fast forward to April 2021, when it's been over a year that Zoom or online era is the only way we are communicating with everyone for various purposes. I don't think it's overthinking or it's a thought anymore. It is reality for sure.
So though it's pushed by the pandemic, now it's not our choice, right? Like we are living with this. So if you're zooming in this topic further, do we believe that this is useful in variety of our life aspects, professional, personal, or is it like just useful for Toastmasters?
Well, absolutely. First quote that I would like to say is beggars are not choosers. And that's precisely what happened with us. when we started, we didn't have a choice whether to go online or whether not to go online. Eventually, when we were forced to stay in our homes and when we wanted the ball to keep rolling, at that point in time, we adopted to the online medium. And I think that became extremely important. The other aspect of whether this entire online platform or communicating on video is useful for personal and professional life, I would say absolutely. Most of us, if not all of us, most of us have been working from our home over the last 1 year. And we must have realized how there are meetings day in and day out. In fact, for a lot of us, the boundaries of work and personal life has evaded. It's completely vanished. So I think it's important we understand the value of communicating online, speaking on video for our personal and professional life. If you look at the futuristic approach, a lot of companies, a lot of organizations are looking at a hybrid model of working, not having a lot of people report to office. They save immensely on the infrastructure costs and a lot of other elements. Well, keeping all of this in mind, I think it's extremely important for members to learn speaking virtually. And gone are the days when people used to travel to office and only prefer in-person meetings. With the evolution of all of this, I think this has become a life skill now.
So communication, we have always talked about interpersonal skills, right? And over here in virtual environment, there's no person sitting in front. So how do we really relate to this interpersonal skill in this new era?
Absolutely. And here's where I would like to ask a question, and I want people to raise their hand and anyone can help me. How many of you can see me right now? A lot of us say yes. Well, what if I said this was just an illusion? What if I said this is just our imagination and not the truth? Well, absolutely. If you look at it in perspective, none of you are seeing me right now. You're only seeing my image on screen. And so is the case. Yes, we all can see you. I understand that I understand what Amit is saying, but all of you, and I'm looking at everyone's image as well. Now, when we say I can see you, I can hear you, all of this is just virtual compared to how it would be in the real world. In the real world, all of us meeting together, seeing each other is absolutely different. Well, what happens here is we are speaking to a non-living object, and let's admit that. Whether it's a laptop, whether it's a mobile phone, we are staring into our screen and talking. So if I have to compare this with the fear of speaking to people, I think this is paramount, much more than one could imagine that the fear of speaking to people would be. And absolutely, the whole essence of interpersonal skills, at least when we started talking online, seemed like an alien concept, and communication seemed like a mere one-way activity, though there were more than one person involved. There were multiple people involved. Yet, I think we have embraced it. We've gotten comfortable with facing our camera, with sticking to our screens and talking to people. And when there is no scope, again, when we are left with no choice to meet in person, I think interpersonal has rather changed to virtual, and we are at least attempting to connect with each other by turning our videos on, by responding, by using the reactions button, the chat box and whatnot. So obviously a lot has changed. If you look at interpersonal skills and if we look at online communication skills, yet the essence or the foundation has to remain the same.
Like you mentioned, the illusion, but see, we have all heard that communication is 90% plus is non-verbal. So when we used to do physical meetings, you could see the person, multi-dimension, you could smell at times, you could see the texture of the clothes the person is wearing, you could enjoy that handshake in person. All of that is missing today. So how do we really still enjoy this non-verbal skills in this era?
Well, absolutely. There's no replacement or there's no comparison in what used to happen earlier and what happens today. For a simple matter of fact, I think all of us or most of us prefer speaking while we sit, because that's how we are able to get a good angle, a good view in front of the camera. And if we want to speak while standing, there's a lot of jugaad that we will have to do. So there's nothing that can replace, or we can never get back to replicating the in-person experience virtually. But I think the few elements that we could do as far as staying online and still trying to get the same feel is if we attempt to speak while standing rather than just sitting, and if we can try and bring in a lot of other flavors as well. And this is where the focus on the content and the focus on our voice becomes extremely important, because that seems to be one element that hasn't really changed. Now, if we look at all of those who are able to communicate well on video, it is their voice, it is their presence, and if they're able to create a stage-like experience. At the moment, my hands are in a place where I can't really use them. But imagine me placing my laptop at a distance and using my hands effectively, or trying to position in a way where I can stand and speak. I think these are going to be baby steps we can take to ensure that if not really replicate, we can at least try and bring in a lot of flavors from the online medium, from the in-person experience to online.
Okay, so communication and public speaking, they're two separate topics, right? So we talked about communication a whole lot. So in terms of public speaking, audience reaction is very important, especially when you're talking humor. Like Amit used humor in his speech, but you are not getting reaction in the virtual phase. What do you think about that? How do we really manage that?
Well, I think this is where I'd put myself in the shoes of my audience. And if I hear the others speaking, I would always suggest and recommend that we have our videos on when we are communicating online. Because if our videos are off, it feels dead. It feels as if we are talking to just nobody. And if there are people not reacting. So I think the first thing starts with requesting the audience that if the videos can be turned on, that is of immense help. It helps us see their reaction. And nevertheless, even if we can't turn our videos on, we have the reactions button that are being used in Zoom. And Zoom, thanks to Zoom, it has added a lot of reaction buttons. So I think that is one way we could try and replicate our reactions of what we used to have in the in-person world.
Okay, so the tip is to keep our videos on and react to what speakers are saying. Thank you very much, Sanjay. Any last comments from you?
Thank you so much. I see that the time is running out and it's blinking already. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Let's take a 30-second pause and write feedback for our Toastmaster Sanjay. Well, I must say Toastmaster Sanjay, these days I'm even doing interviews on Zoom. And these are the tips and tricks that can help me and people, others who are using Zoom. And I must say to everyone, I should request everyone, if possible, turn on your videos or give reaction buttons whenever possible. As it's said by Toastmaster Sanjay, it makes more and more, you can say interaction makes more interesting. It doesn't feel one way. I think now it's time for a third speaker. The third speaker will be attempting Leadership Development, Level 5, Project 2. The evaluator for this project is Toastmaster Parijat. So I request Toastmaster Parijat to read out the speech objectives.
So the next speaker is attempting a Level 5 project. And this project is about leading in your volunteer organization. The purpose of this project is for the member to apply the skills needed to successfully lead in a volunteer organization. And the purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspects of his experience serving as a leader in that volunteer organization. The speech time for this one is 5 to 7 minutes, which means 5 green, 6 yellow, 7 red. All the best to my speaker. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
The speaker is someone who has worked in digital marketing and operations management. And I must say, he's passionate about making friends and making schools for underprivileged children. So give a big round of applause to the next speaker, Toastmaster Yatin. Volunteering starts at home. Volunteering starts at home. Toastmaster Yatin.
All right. Can you see me and hear me? Just give me 1 second. Timer. Am I audible? Can somebody please confirm if I'm audible?
You're audible.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you very much. I was wondering. Okay, timer, please go ahead and start. Good afternoon, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmasters, and my dear guests. Leadership is an influence that you can have on people either through your actions or your decisions. This is a skill that you are not born with, but it's a skill that you can definitely acquire through your experience and initiative. If it is my opinion that leadership is an action that one takes when an opportunity presents in front of them. At that very moment, you have two opportunities. You have two things you can do. You can either stand up and find people to support you, or you can sit down and enjoy the show. Now, one such opportunity did present me by itself. I live in a huge society. Okay, in my society, we have a garbage chute. That garbage chute is divided into two parts, a wet and a dry. But we have, just like every other society, we have some very, very educated illiterates who would still mess it up and throw things in the wrong chute. Of course, our waste pickers would then have a nightmare sorting the dry from the wet. Now, this was a persistent problem till about a couple of years ago, when the entire world started to think about how plastic was impacting our environment and destroying it, and the entire global warming thing came about in picture. Even our Maharashtra government implemented a ban on plastics. That's when I began to think, how can I contribute to this cause and eliminate this persistent problem in my society, and of course, do something good for Mother Nature? I began to think. I reached out to my NGO, Roundtable India, and I asked them if there was anything that I could do to donate plastic, or I can do something for this cause of plastic. And they had a drive that they had started about donating plastic or to the local companies for recycling. So I immediately thought about my society, because the problem in my society was that they did not know how to dispose of the plastic waste. So I came up with a drive, said, very ingenious name by the way, say no to plastic. But of course, I needed some support from people who did not have any inhibitions. So what kind of people don't have any inhibitions? Children. So I reached out to the children in my society and asked them, hey guys, would you go ahead and help me volunteer in this cause? And to my surprise, I got 22 children to support me in this cause. Wow, what an amazing bunch of kids. The first thing we decided was the day and the date when we were going to have this collection drive. Then we divided this entire bunch of people into 4 parts or into 4 groups. The first group was responsible for the poster and the banners. They went ahead and hand drew all the posters and banners and pasted it all over the society. The second group was responsible for the collection drive. So their job was to ensure to collect all the safety material that was required for the collections. The third group was the digital group. Their job was to bombard those messages on WhatsApp and create this Instagram messages to ensure that everybody remembered that day when we were going to have this collection drive. And the last group was wing coordinators. Their job was to go to each and every house in that particular wing and tell them about this drive, and also inform them that they need to put all the plastic in a big garbage bag. On the day of the collection, everybody was given specific duties. The drive was a huge success. We had so much of support from the society that we could not even imagine the amount of plastic that was collected. When I saw that plastic, I realized that the problem was bigger than what we all had imagined. That is when we all thought, what more would we do? So we also invited some local vendors who did not sell plastic products. They sold wooden spoons, wooden forks, paper straws, paper cups, and the society appreciated it so much because now these local vendors have a consistent business from our society. This overall drive was a huge success and our society loved it. They wanted to continue it. What we did with that plastic on that first day, we called a local vendor through the NGO Roundtable India, and that local vendor took all that plastic for recycling. And we now continue with this drive every 2 months. Okay, we call this local vendor who takes all the plastic that we have collected and he takes it for recycling. Even during the pandemic, we stored all the plastic bags in a designated area in the basement. When this entire experience has enlightened me, and it has made me realize what more could I do for Mother Nature. I really wanted to thank my little volunteers who helped me make this entire drive a huge success. But I want all of you to take a pause, look around you, find that one opportunity and invest your time as volunteers and do something good for Mother Nature. I want to take a pause, say thank you to all of you, and back over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yatin, for that speech. And I would now request Timer to share the timing reports of the speakers. I think Toastmaster Shubham is there.
Yes, I am there. I'm just
Yeah.
noting down the time. So as per our timing sequence, Toastmaster Amit takes 6 minutes 57 seconds. Toastmaster Sanjay takes 7 minutes 32 seconds, and Toastmaster Yatin takes 6 minutes 44 seconds. So Toastmaster Sanjay is not qualified as per our timing sequence.
Okay. I request Sergeant at Arms to release the polls. Yeah.
I think we should allow all the three speakers because it was an interview. It wasn't just a speech. It was an interview thing. So we have to give this few seconds of.
Yeah, just 3 seconds. 7 minutes.
I think we should just
32
allow
seconds.
all the three.
Okay.
Since it was an interview, not just one speech delivery.
Okay. So may I request the Sergeant at Arms to release the poll?
Radha, can you? Okay.
Yeah. I request everyone to vote for the speaker who they thought spoke the best. Now, since we are polling, I would request Toastmaster Yatin to come back on stage. I have a question for him.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes.
All
you
right.
talked about, yes. Now, I'll need your help in my third step of beating this overthinking process. Now, you talked about that an opportunity had come to you and you had to take a decision. Should I take it or not? How much time did you take to think over it that I should just go for it?
So it took me about probably 30 minutes to take the decision, but to plan it took me 2 or 3 days before I could implement my plan. So I think thinking only took about 30 minutes that I really want to do something, but implementing it took me a little bit longer.
So yes, it can be said that when it comes to decision, we also tend to overthink and like overshoot time a lot. And this is something that we can take from Toastmaster Yatin. That let's set a timer when it comes to taking a decision so that you don't end up just procrastinating and prolonging the decision. Just take it in that moment, in that set time, and just do that thing. Yes. I'm not saying that you should be careless with taking your decisions. You should be more calculative, but that doesn't mean that you prolong your time in taking the decision. Now, since we are talking about taking decision quick, thinking quick, that brings me to the next segment of our Toastmasters meeting. That is our table topic session. And this session will be conducted by someone who is engineer by education, product advisor by profession, and tracker by passion. So give a big round of applause to our table topics master, Toastmaster Vinod.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Nishant. Presiding Officer, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmaster, and dear guest, very good evening. I am Toastmaster Vinod, your table topic master for today. So in table topic master, we have two parts. One is the Robin round, where all of you get chance to speak for the 15 seconds. Second is the table topic session, impromptu table topic session, where some of you will get the chance to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Now, impromptu speaking, how it helps us to develop the public speaking skill. So attempting impromptu speaking help us to develop the 4 skill. I will call it as LTOD. L is the listening. I will mention the topic twice. You have to listen very carefully. Thinking. Thinking, you get some time to collect the points together. And then organizing. So you have to organize all these thoughts coming in your mind. And finally, the delivery. So I urge every speaker to use the word of the day and the phrase of the day during the speech. Now, let's begin for the round robin. So I will begin in round robin. I will begin with the story and I shall speak for the 15 seconds. I will stop once the 15 seconds are done. I will call the next speaker to speak for the 15 seconds. So every speaker need to speak exactly for the 15 second, not more or not less. Okay. And I request all participants to keep their videos on so that we'll see the smiling faces on the screen. Okay, all right. So timer, could you please help me to flash the time?
Yes, Vinod. Just a second.
All right.
Okay. So screen is visible?
Yeah, so I'll start and just to give background, I'm going to tell you a story, the situation where I was, and once I stop, you can put yourself in that situation and speak for 15 seconds. All right, so Shubham, we can start. One day, I was on the way to meet my friend, and suddenly I saw a beautiful lady struggling to cross the road in a heavy traffic. Now, my heart was asking to help her, but my mind was not allowing because I'm overthinking. Next is Toastmaster Nishant.
Since I was overthinking, the reason for my overthinking was because the bike I was on, doesn't belong to me. It belonged to Toastmaster Sanjay. And I knew if something went wrong, he'll be after me again. So let's just not do anything with the bike and just let it be. Don't do anything wrong with it.
Radha.
I had an idea with the bike and a beautiful girl ahead of me. I approached, broom, and stopped, put my brake on, and I said, "Hey, are you lost? Do you want a lift? I can give you a lift up until that corner." And lady looked at me and she smiled. She thought of such a beautiful soul out of.
Divesh.
Yes, I will ask her to take a help so that she can cross the road, and it is utterly important for anyone to help. It is utterly important for us to help anyone who's in that.
Yatin.
So once I helped the lady cross the road, she was absolutely gracious and said that thank you very much for your help. Now let us go ahead and please let me give you the opportunity by getting you a coffee and thanking you for your help. So we ended up going to a
Parijat.
And icing on the cake was that she was from the same city that I had actually come from. And I thoroughly enjoyed that discussion. And it turned out to be an utterly favorite meeting evening that I had with her. That
Guest Aditi.
Definitely try to help her, and it would be an immense, utterly pleasure for me to help someone for crossing the road.
Sitaram.
I would have a chat with her and spend what she writes about at the coffee shop and know more about her and then say a goodbye. That's it.
Jitin.
Yeah, I slowly realized that I had seen her somewhere down the line. So when I inquired more about the topic, she was one of my classmates from my primary school. And that was such a surprise for me that I could see her after such a long time.
Hina.
Well, I did decide to take my bike and go to the lady and ask her where she wants me to drop her. And while on the way, we did have some interesting conversations about life in general and what she's doing. While it was fun, and we reached.
Guest Mukta.
Yeah. After spending couple of minutes, I came to know that she is my classmate and still she is a single. So I thought that just a couple of minutes can change our way of thinking and overthinking to get mingle each other.
Manu.
So I asked her if she was alone or or if she was having any handsome boy with her. So when I saw that I told her, if you are alone, I'll continue with the two-wheeler, which is a bike. And if you are having like coming with a handsome boy, I'll go back and take my car, and then we will go on a ride.
Okay, Mayuri. Mayuri, can you talk about? Okay. Ravindra.
Yes, I can. Yeah, so helping someone is utterly really giving a good feeling to us, and I would love to help that lady, and definitely I will ask her for if she need any additional help from me.
Amit.
I wanted to help that beautiful girl cross the road. Icing on the cake was when she even held my hand. But when we crossed on the other end, it was utterly disappointing for me when she started to hurl abuse on me and said, I never wanted to cross the road. Why did you do this to me?
Shivani.
Well, I was becoming a good person. I just wanted to be generous enough with you to help you cross the road. What if you could have died from my bike? Then it would have been, then all the blame would have been on me and I would get a jail.
Thank you. Anyone late? I think all of you are awesome people, willing to help out on the road. So that's fantastic. So how about you taking break for 2 minutes?
Yeah, we can take 2 minutes break. Yeah.
All right. So we'll come back at 5:05.
Do you have all the names? You can send me in the chat box for
Okay,
your table topic session.
Yeah.
And in the right order that you want them to speak.
Do we have to pause the recording?
रिकॉर्डिंग को रिज्यूम करने का याद रखना, लास्ट टाइम रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं मिली थी लास्ट वीक.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, pausing is good idea, but
लास्ट टाइम वहीं पे रिकॉर्डिंग रुक गई थी.
Not paused yet. No.
So I have few nominations with me for the table topic, and I urge others to share the nomination. And if I didn't get enough nomination, I will pick the names randomly. Okay, so since I have few names with me, so I will proceed with that. So, so here you have to select the one role. So we have a fantastic team today in group leader of our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Nishant. So I thought about why not select the role by the people in the upcoming meeting. And that's why you have here opportunity to select your favorite role. Okay, so Toastmaster Ravindra, are you ready for the table topic?
Yes.
Yeah, so please select any role out of this. And based on that, I will give the topic.
Okay. AHA counter.
Very nice. So let's see what come in the AHA counter. Okay. So Toastmaster Ravindra, if you are wrong, admit it. If you are wrong, admit it. Toastmaster Ravindra. Timer, you can share your screen now.
Can I start?
Yeah. Okay. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Dear Presiding Officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster, and dear guest. So, if Okay, utterly, I'm really blank actually to what to speak on this subject, but let me try it on. The decision, the overthinking, today's theme is the overthinking. So like when we do overthinking, sometimes we may get a wrong. So if we are wrong, then we need to admit it on that particular way. So whenever we do our own thinking, we might go wrong, but whenever we go wrong, we need to rethink on that, so we may take a correct decision as well. So uh, thinking and so taking decision is not the taking decision is the important thing. It may go wrong or it may right, but the taking decision is very important part in our life. Thank you.
That's fantastic thought, Toastmaster Ravindra. Okay, let me share again my screen. Okay, so next we have guest Aditi. Aditi, are you ready for a table topic? So I think I forgot to tell the time sequence for the table topic. So for a table topic session, we have the time is 1 to 2 minutes. One is green light, 1.5 minutes is the, and 2 minutes is the red, and 30 seconds to finish your speech. Okay, so guest Aditi, can you select any topic on this screen?
Timer.
All right, so let's see what timer is. Sorry. So time isn't a one thing, it's the only thing. Time isn't a one thing, it's the only thing. Timer, you can start your screen.
Can I start the timing?
Um, Time means we perceive the things. It's we compare the things that past, present, and future. That is we call as time. So it's not a one thing, and we live in at a only one moment. There's no we can't live in a past or can't live in a future, but it's the only time we are living. So I think time is only one. It's not a thing. That's it. Thank you.
Right. Thanks, Aditi. Okay, so next one is Toastmaster Shivani. So let me again share my screen. So Toastmaster Shivani, can you select the topic?
Yeah, TMOD.
TMOD. So let's see what TMOD is. Okay, so Toastmaster Shivani, what questions do you often ask yourself? What questions do you often ask yourself, Toastmaster Shivani?
What questions do I ask myself? Well, the questions plural word does signify that it's questions, not one question. Presiding officer, fellow Toastmasters, Toastmaster of the day, and dear guests, a very good evening. When was the last time you thought that what you are doing is right thing at the moment for you to do or not. I think almost every other day or every other night, we have the self doubt on ourselves, the skepticism that we hold for our career, our family, and for every other thing we do here now and then. We have a lot of choices to make. And the question comes there is whether this choice is right or this choice is right. And we often get confused on what to choose. What if I go this way? How will my life turn away after 2 months after taking this decision? These are some of the questions that we ponder upon or overthink upon a lot. But what basically we need to do is just choose one path, choose one choice, and then stand uptight on that. Stand uptight and just focus on what you have chosen, what you have already made your choice, and just go on. The questions, the overthinking will always be there. They will utterly disappoint you. Sometimes you may fail, sometimes you may pass. But what does stand is that you need to keep going. Thank you. Back to Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shivani. Anyone voluntarily want to take the participation in table topic? TMOD, how much time we have? Can we take one or two?
Yes, we can take a couple of speakers now.
Okay. So anyone from Guest want to participate? Mayuri, Manish?
Yeah, I can.
All right. Yeah, Mukhtar. So let me share my
Even
screen.
Mukhtar has raised his hand. So Manish and Mukhtar, we can pick these two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to take participate.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Table
Yeah.
topic master.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just allow me to share my screen. All right. So Mukhtar, you can select one from this screen. Timer, TMOD, and our counter is done. So you have SA,
Yeah.
PO.
LE.
Okay. So let's see. Tally. All right. So Guest Mukhtar, does correct spelling matter? Does
Yeah.
correct spelling matter? Guest Mukhtar.
Yeah. Utterly speaking, an utterly important thing. If you see, I can tell you it's important. Where it's important, where not important, that part is different. But if you see, in a most of formal or in a formal way, if you talk about, if you don't think about social media chat, then it's okay. We can understand. Wherever if there is a spelling mistake, still we understand. But sometimes it would be very problematic. It would be very uncertain to judge or understand what exactly that things. So that time I can tell you a spelling mistake is matter. If you see any documents, especially if I talk about judiciary documents, so if there is a spelling matter, then it could be a very harmful or the result which we will get, it would be dangerous or harmful for us or anybody. So just imagine it, if there is word like if to commit or to do, or in that if there is different between for to make a suicide, to hang somebody, if judiciary wants to tell somebody, and if there is a spelling incorrect spelling, then it would be dangerous, and there are many more. But without spelling matter also we can understand many documents, we can understand each other's feeling through writings. Of course, in my personal opinion, I would like to tell you that incorrect spelling or spelling matters always. So whenever we want to write, we should write a correct. Of course, sometimes we don't follow rules like grammar and these all are, but we should need to follow. Thank you for having me here. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Over to you, table topic master.
That's a great way of telling the importance of spelling, Guest Mukhtar. Thanks. Anyone from Toastmaster or guest would like to participate? The last one. I think Manish.
Manish was going next.
Manish.
Oh, he has left. Mayuri, maybe?
Mayuri, do you want to participate? All right. Anyone from Toastmaster?
If not anyone, I will take part of it.
Right.
Everyone, I can take. Sorry, I
Okay.
was unmuting.
Yeah, please, I will sacrifice.
Sure. So let me share the screen. All right. So Mayuri, we are done LE, TMOD, timer, and our counter. So SA, table topic master, and G is available. Please select your favorite.
Yeah, I'm selecting GE.
All right. All right. So, Guest Mayuri, what is the best advice you have ever received? What is the best advice you have ever received, Guest Mayuri?
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Uh, the best advice I have ever received is taking life a little light. Don't overthink, and utterly speaking, go with the flow of the life. Because when we overthink about what is happening in our life at the moment, we just engross ourselves with the point of view from only us. But what needed is, in times of need, is a view from somebody outside. In our situation, we just overthink from our point of view and make ourselves victims of the moment and victims of life, and maybe victims from somebody else's. But it's not like that. Everybody is in their situation. Everybody is reacting according to their own way, and nobody is harmful, but everybody is thinking about and acting according to their selves. So the best advice I have ever received till now is go with the flow, don't overthink. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Guest Mayuri. That was a fantastic. Okay, so can I call for the timer report? Toastmaster Shubham.
Yes. So Toastmaster is going to take 1 minute. Can I start? Yes.
Yeah.
So from our 5 speakers, guest Aditi takes 4 seconds. Otherwise, all 4 are qualified for voting.
Okay, so can you help me to launch the poll, Sa?
All of them qualified? I didn't hear you.
No. Yes,
Aditi is not
qualified.
Okay, give us few seconds then. Toastmaster Nishant, you can continue and I'll let you know in a couple of seconds.
So back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vinod, for that amazing and informative session that we had. I just have to make an announcement. Due to unavailability of some new members and mentors, we are calling off the new members induction. So there is a change in this agenda. So the new members induction will be postponed to the next meeting. And that now it brings me to the fourth step of how to overcome overthinking. That is something that is related to the past. All of us have drawbacks or have made mistakes in the past that makes us dwell over it and spend a lot of time over it. So how do we come over it? Well, first is you should learn how to accept that, yes, I had a drawback back then. I had made a mistake back then. You have to accept it and make sure you learn something from it. That helps you avoid that mistake when the same situation comes in the future. So eventually, over a period of time, when you accept it and make sure that next time the situation arrives, you come over it, you will eventually deal with it. That also reminds me that there was this one incident, one mistake that I made back in the past. That was when Toastmaster Amit was available and he was giving us a party. I said, next time we'll have it. And turns out we had a lockdown. We had to avoid that party. So I'll make sure next time when I get a chance to have Toastmaster Amit's party, it's not avoided. It's done then and there. So that brings me to the amazing and interesting session of evaluation. Now, since I talked about how you can deal with your drawbacks and how you can overcome it, the next session, which will be conducted by someone who's a designing intern, loves sketching, painting. Please give a big round of applause to our general evaluator for today's meeting, Toastmaster Ina. And yes, we have polls right now for the table topics contest.
Let us all cast our votes for the best table topic speaker. Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nishant, for such a warm introduction. Speaking about the theme, I would say imagine our thoughts as a thread, and we keep dwelling on each thought, and then it becomes a mess like this. Well, I found this right here on my table when I was thinking about overthinking. All of these have their own superpowers, but we as a generation, can we have this superpower of fighting overthinking? And can we also take a pause to evaluate ourselves and catch us while we are overthinking so that we can stop this whole overthinking process and get back to action? Speaking of evaluations, evaluations is more about giving feedback, commending, and recommending. So let me begin with the speech evaluations. Our first evaluator is Toastmaster Seetharaman, who would be evaluating the first speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Seetharaman. I can't hear you.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Toastmaster Amit, what a way to start your speech, creating an anxiety. Who are the next three people going to be the next VPL? I was thinking about myself when I have done for the secretary role in my previous club. Same. That was a great start to the speech, creating with an anxiety on what's going to happen next. I completely love that point. Coming to the objective, you have clearly incorporated your feedback from the previous speech and given a clear-cut conclusion to your speech. Come out of your comfort zone and do something. Do never be obsessed with something you have always. That is very good. That's how you clearly met your objective of the speech. And what utterly I loved about your speech is that is completely relatable. As we all are Toastmasters, being a VP8, we know what all VP8 goes through it, and currently our Santosh has been going through the same. I can relate a lot there, and so does majority of us can relate. And even that is something inspiring to me. You have taken 3.5 months to complete your icebreaker. Even I am on the same page. I have taken 2.5 months to complete my icebreaker and go for secretary role for my last term and still just on my level 1. This is completely motivating to me, so I have a long journey ahead. You have chosen a wide variety of vocal varieties in your speech. The speech was very clear from the beginning with a straight objective, mentioning in detail. This is the best thing I learned about all the from starting from becoming an VP Ed, going through the progress, what you have done, WhatsApp message, follow up, call them, get the members, repeat, repeat, repeat. I have seen that what you have done, Dhruv. And at the end, you have been out of VP Ed office, but the VPE in your mind is still there. This is something I loved. Coming to the recommendations, what I would recommend overall, I loved the speech and all the objectives, everything was met. The hand gestures and eye to eye contact, these things I would recommend you to focus on that. Apart from that, it's a great speech. The icing on the cake is the humor you have added at the end of your speech, the WhatsApp rehabilitation group for Toastmasters. That was something really icing on the cake. Overall, I utterly enjoyed your speech and can completely relate to my way of Toastmasters journey. I wish you all the best for your future speeches. Over to you, Toastmaster. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sitaram, for such a detailed evaluation. Moving on, we will invite Toastmaster Radha for the second evaluation.
Timer. Toastmaster Sanjay, what an informative piece of interview you presented along with Toastmaster Parijat. In today's world, where communication has become one and the only medium to interact with other individuals, you not only decoded the importance of communicating online, but how important it is to maintain offline communication. Let me go through some of the highlights that I really liked, and I kind of put it down. When you mentioned that the value of communication online is very important in each of individuals' life, and that the hybrid model of working is very, very important. The interpersonal skills, which is also required to reflect in online version. Seeing people on the screen is not same as when you see people offline because of all the sensual effect that you get through your sensory objects. The voice modulation, according to you, was one of the very important element. And then you kind of highlighted and emphasized more on getting the audience reaction and encouraged everyone how to switch on the cameras while the meeting is on. It was a very interesting meeting. You clearly met the objectives that was mentioned in your project. 3 important aspects that I liked in your interview. Number 1, your response to the questions were very poised and calm. You appeared to be very comfortable and seamless while answering all these questions, and well-formulated answers were given by you. The third one, you decoded the importance of online communication. The icing on the cake, like I mentioned, was when you mentioned the audience reaction is very important to capture being an online communicator. So overall, I do not have any recommendation for your overall performance. However, one of the observation as an outsider, I observed, since you had the leverage to formulate your own question, one of the challenging questions, if you have put on, it would have added an extra flavor for the audience and for yourself to be ready for more of the challenging panelist that you can be. And that could be something like, how do you deal with these fatigues, and how do you separate with these virtual communication? Do you let your communication overpower or underpower due to this virtual fatigue? Overall, very calm, composed, and a beautiful interview, like you have been an exemplary speaker that I admire and I enjoy listening to. So all the best, and I shall see you in your next speech.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Radha, for an utterly detailed evaluation. Now we have Toastmaster Parijat to evaluate Toastmaster Yatin's speech. Over to you. Can we have it? Yes.
Visible, audible?
Yes.
Okay. All right, timer, you can start. There's no such thing as away. When we throw anything away, it must go somewhere. Toastmaster Yatin, through his speech, informed us today the importance of managing our waste. Whether it's plastic or anything, it needs to be recycled. And he voluntarily took up this leadership role in his own society by picking up this cause, bringing around a team and ensuring that this waste becomes useful in some other form and protect our mother nature. What I loved about Toastmaster Yatin's speech was the way he started with a personal story, where he talked about that leadership is all about action. It's all about opportunity, like he spotted in this situation. How he grabbed this and ensured that a cause is met, Mother Nature is protected. The second thing I liked in his speech was the use of hand gestures, how effectively he does that. For example, 2 parts, wet and dry. Also saying, I thought of, and then he clicked with his fingers, immediately bringing our attention to what he was thinking of. The third thing was the structure that he followed. He talked about importance of leadership, volunteering, identifying a problem, looking for solutions, and how he executed that. So it was so natural for us as an audience to follow through his story and understand how he implemented this entire plan and achieved his goals. The icing on the cake for me was his voice modulation. When he said, say no to plastic, or sit down and enjoy the show. These were the highlights of the speech that I thoroughly enjoyed. But as we all know, there's nothing that goes waste. We need to always keep improving. And that's why I have 2 recommendations for Toastmaster Yatin. The purpose of the speech was to talk about leadership role in a volunteer organization for 6 months. I missed that part here. There was a volunteer organization, there was leadership, but I would have liked to see how he managed this over a period of time, how this evolved, and how there was a feedback from people around him on the leadership that Toastmaster Yatin showed through the execution on this project. The second thing was on the closure. The closure was more about waste management. I would have loved to take some learnings on leadership, which was the theme of this particular speech. So overall, I thoroughly enjoyed, Toastmaster Yatin, your speech in terms of how you modulated your voice and used hand gesture. But with these 2 recommendations, you can take your speech to the next level. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Parijat, for such a detailed evaluation. Can we have the timer, Toastmaster Shubham, for the timer's report?
Yes. Toastmaster Sitaram take 2 minutes 45 seconds. Toastmaster Radha take 3 minutes 10 seconds, and Toastmaster Parijat takes 3 minutes and 26 seconds.
Okay. So all speakers qualified. Thank you. Can we now launch the poll for the best evaluator? I request everyone to cast their vote for the best evaluator. Now, let me begin with the general evaluations, starting with the role player evaluations. Starting with the SA, Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting, Toastmaster Divyesh. You started the meeting on time and you also explained the rules and the mission.
Our counter, sorry, Hina, sorry to interrupt. Our counter and language evaluator reports.
Yes, right. I'm so sorry. Can we have the R counter for today's meeting?
So, hi everyone. So, I would like to, I had captured my report based upon the three main categories of crutch words, filler words, and filler phrases. And let me take you through my report on a personal level. Starting from the presiding officer, Radha had multiple appearances of being an evaluator as well as the presiding officer, and she had less than 5 crutch sounds. Toastmaster Nishant, who was the TMOD, didn't have any crutch words or filler phrases. Toastmaster Amit also was a flawless speaker. Sanjay had less than 5 crutch sounds and less than 5 filler words. Toastmaster Parijat had multiple appearances and he had less than 5 crutch sounds. Toastmaster Yatin, less than 5 crutch sounds. Toastmaster Vinod, less than 5 crutch sounds. Ravindra had less than 10 crutch sounds, less than 5 filler words. Guest Aditi had less than 10 crutch sounds and less than 5 filler phrases. Toastmaster Shivani had less than 5 crutch sounds. Guest Mukhtar and guest Mayuri had less than 5 crutch sounds and less than 5 filler words. Toastmaster Hina had less than 10 crutch sounds and less than 5 filler words. Toastmaster Sridharaman had less than 5 crutch sounds and less than 5 filler words. So that is the overall report on terms of our counter, and thanks for an amazing meeting where the both division leader as well as the area leader had come up with an awesome performance, and I really enjoyed the moment as an R counter. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jitin, for the R counter report. Can we have Toastmaster Manu for the grammarian report?
Thank you, Toastmaster Hina. So for word of the day, Toastmaster Divyesh, Toastmaster Parijat, Toastmaster Aditi, Toastmaster Ravindra, Shivani, Mayuri, Hina, they used once, and Toastmaster Sita Raman and guest Mukhtar used it twice. For phrase of the day, Toastmaster Amit, Toastmaster Sita Ram, and Toastmaster Radha used it once, and Toastmaster Parijat used it twice. Now, not so good uses. Someone said utterly speaking. So that was not the correct uses of the word of the day. And also someone used a sentence, I want to take participate. Mistakenly, when I was noting it down, I also spoke that. So I'm also one of them. So like apart from me, there is one more person who said it. And some good uses, Toastmaster Parijat said analysis paralysis. And Toastmaster Amit said leap of faith. Procrastinating by Toastmaster Nishant, and dwelling on by Toastmaster Nishant and Toastmaster Hina. Now I'll come to the tip. All of us know that in present, past, or future perfect tense, third form of verb is used. But we always say, I've got it. In this sentence, got is just a second form of get. Though it can be used as an alternative to third form, but I feel gotten as third form of get. Example, I have gotten it should be more grammatically correct instead of I have got it. Over to you, Toastmaster Hina.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manu. Sorry, I missed the reports. It's first time role. So yeah. Starting with the general evaluations for other role players, I would start with Toastmaster Divyesh as the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. You started the meeting on time, and you also shared a personal experience about buying your own house and how you overthought about it. So it was a great thing to share your experience about the theme. You also mentioned the rules and the mission of the club. And one recommendation for all the sergeant at arms, for all the people, all the players who take sergeant at arms for the next meeting, is to have an agenda on the side so that the spotlighting can be done very smoothly. For the having, sorry, Toastmaster Shubham as the timer, you explained your role very well, and your reports were extremely crisp. What I liked about your role was that you had kind of this is a really scary general evaluation. Sorry. Yes, Toastmaster Shubham, you had great coordination with Toastmaster Vinod for during the table topic session, which really got it very smooth for during the round robin as well as the table topic session. Our counter, Toastmaster Jitin, you also explained your role really well, and you also mentioned the flawless speaker, and your report was as well very crisp. One recommendation that I can give you is to always give a tip in the start so that everyone knows how to avoid these ahs and ums, which is for me that I realized that I could just take a pause and then speak. Table topic master, Toastmaster Vinod, you also explained your role really well. And you also explained the importance of impromptu speeches. You ensured that the timer was aligned while you were sharing the screen, so it was very smooth. One recommendation for all the table topic masters would be that if a speaker is unable to speak in the given amount of time, we can encourage the speakers by asking some kind of question so that they can, so their confidence is gained and they also qualify for the vote in some or the other way. About the evaluators, we had an exemplary, we had all evaluators who have great experience and have a lot of things to learn from each and every evaluations. Toastmaster Sitaram evaluated Toastmaster Amit's speech, which was extremely on point and based on the objective of the speech as well. All the evaluators followed the CRC, that is the commend, recommend, and commend approach, which is like a sandwich of recommendations and commendations together. I also loved how Toastmaster Radha structured the evaluation. And at the end, she also stated an observation since she did not have any recommendation to give. So that is a very great practice to do as an evaluator is what I noticed. Toastmaster Parashat, you had a great start for your evaluation. And there's always so much to learn from each and every evaluator. Toastmaster Parashat, your start itself hooked us to your evaluation, and it was very easy for us to connect between your evaluation as well as the speeches. And coming back to coming back to the Toastmaster of the Day, Nishant, you are always extremely excited, and I would be short of words in the way that you presented the whole meeting. And the highlight of the whole meeting for me was the amount of engagement you brought to the meeting, especially when you called out different, all the Toastmasters by taking their names and asking them to share their own thoughts and experiences. So well done on that. And you were extremely creative in the way that you've engaged the whole meeting, and you've always kept your energy extremely high during the whole course of meeting. I'm not sure if I've missed anyone. Language evaluator, Toastmaster Manu, you did a great job in explaining your role very well. And what I liked in your report was that you gave a very good tip at the end about the grammar, and I think all of our Toastmasters who take up our counter role, or take up the role of language evaluator, should give this tip of grammar so that we all have this connect of the grammar, which we've kind of lost during the whole during the whole speech, during our life. So overall, the meeting was great, and I really enjoyed listening to all the speakers, especially Toastmaster Amit and Toastmaster Sanjay and Toastmaster Yatin for such a great message about communication and also about sustainability and plastic, which is one of my favorite topics to listen about. Overall, the meeting is really great, and feedback for Toastmaster Radha is always been great beforehand itself, so that there's no issues at the end and we don't miss out the general evaluations that on uploading on YouTube. So that is all from my side, and I really enjoyed the meeting and hope you all had a great time. Over to you, Toastmaster Nishant.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hina, for that amazing evaluation and taking us throughout the whole structure of the meeting. Now, finally, I'm here to end my thoughts on overthinking. So first of all, I will start with just revising the 4 steps that I've told you. First being cutting off yourself from the environment that leads to overthinking. Second of all, writing down your thoughts or expressing in a creative manner that helps you think more in structured manner. Third of it, the most important of it is timing your decisions so that you don't end up procrastinating your decisions. And fourthly, if you have done a mistake or in something in past, don't dwell on it. Just work on it in the future so that you overcome it. And finally, I would say this. Every coin has 2 sides. Even overthinking is considered as a bad thing. But if you take it look at it from a different lens, it can be a positive thing also. Why? Because it can help you make someone who takes calculative risk in life. Because the day you start overthinking situations and overthink in a better manner, you can take more calculative risks in life. And second most important factor of overthinking is it helps you prepare for the worst. Because there are times you can always prepare for the worst and hope for the best. And overthinking is a great tool that can help you do it. So this is where I would like to conclude my thoughts on overthinking. And I would like to thank each and every one of you who contributed in different roles and made this meeting a success. So big thanks to everyone for joining the meeting and making it a success. Over to you, Presiding Officer.
True that, Toastmaster Nishant, very true that each role plays a very distinguished role, and without the contribution and the significance of each role play is so high that we are all interlinked, and the entire meeting won't go as efficient, as smooth as it looked today because of everyone's pooled contribution. So a big round of applause for all the role players. Thank you so much. I am going to launch the poll for best role player. So let's cast our vote. Thank you. Now it's time for the moment of glory and the certification. Can we share our screen, Devesh, for the best prepared speaker?
Yes, sure. Let me share my screen.
And I just shared the last one with you as well. Hope you got the message.
Yeah.
That goes to our very own Toastmaster Amit. Can we spotlight Toastmaster Amit? Yes. Let's take a picture.
1 minute.
We need to do it a full screen. Do it on a slideshow. Yes,
Are
that's
you able
better.
to see? Okay.
Yes. Thank you. Best table topic speaker goes to Toastmaster Shivani. Well done, Shivani, for your impromptu speech. As always, you're picking up, you're getting better with every single speech that you give. Good addition to our club, I must say. Can we replace the spotlight?
1 minute. Huh?
Done?
Okay.
Thank you.
And for the best evaluator goes to Parijat. Sorry, yes.
Thank you.
Great work, Parijat. I mean, I don't have enough words to say that how detail oriented you are, even when you're doing your speeches, the role plays behind the screen, on the screen. Excellent work. Now we have for the best role player, and that's Toastmaster Nishan, the acronym man. Place the spotlight.
Is it okay?
Yes. Great. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Do we have guests here still with us? We have Mayuri, we have Aditi has left. So Mayuri, if you could just unmute yourself and share your experience. How was your experience being with us today? And any observations, anything that you'd like to share in general?
Did you say my name?
Yes, Mayuri. Just your feedback about today's meeting, the part that you attended.
Sure. Good evening, everyone. Actually, around 5 years ago, I have attended your club's meeting when it in SKP campus. 2-3 times I came there as guest only. And before that, in 2012, I was also dedicated Toastmaster and went till some competitions for humorous speech and everything. And just now I thought that let's again resume the Toastmaster journey, and then I went for it today, and I saw that like I was to experience first time online online Toastmaster meeting. It was wonderfully handled. The cards, green, red, and everything, and I don't know, like, yeah, of course the visible, the physical meeting of course was much better, but we all the key points which used to be there in the Toastmaster meeting are all handled very well. All the ceremonies, I was just remembering G giving the whole evaluation and evaluators giving their evaluations. So it was a wonderful experience for me.
Thank you. Thank you. Guess Mayuri, I can totally understand that how easy and how well connected you are with the meetings because of your previous experiences of being at Toastmasters. If you want to know more about our club, you can leave your number. You can share your number with me, and I can get you connected with our VP membership. Or if you just want to attend more meetings, you can attend as many as like. But like you say, how the way the pandemic is working, everything, this is the way forward. This is the new change. This is the new way of working style, living style in general. So even if we open up and go offline, the ratio we have to maintain online presence is going to be there. Keep that in mind.
Yes, that. So actually, I was again, so it's a fear of public speaking, which we used to say in Toastmasters. So I was having a lot of that, which I overcome a little bit with last journey. then I again want to begin this, because I think I'm again facing that fear while having my meetings in the office.
Great, great, great. Good to hear that. Once you're able to identify the areas of gap, you surely can fill that up with the regular joining, becoming a member and everything. With this, I'd like to bring this meeting to an end, and I'd like to thank everybody for their contribution. And I shall see you in our next meeting next Saturday. We can stay back for fellowship if we want to.
And I think we can take a group picture also right now, whoever is there.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes. Now I think Ina can take a picture.
She's not overthinking. She's de-stressed now.
Yeah.
Stop the recording.
Done.
Yeah. Stop the recording, then.
Yeah, then we can start.
All right. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.